Hi everyone, today we're going to look at Google Plus and the power of Google Plus, both from a visual perspective and also from the perspective of SEO. So, just say we did a search in Google for acupuncture Brisbane, and you can see to start with that you're getting 3 ads coming up. You're getting a acupuncture clinic that's ranking number 1 organically. And then over on the side, you've got the map for acupuncture Brisbane, more ads. And then you've got here what we used to call Google Places listings that are now really just people's Google Plus page. And what you'll notice is if you actually hover over this Google Plus page, then it will bring up on the right hand side the page for that business. So you can get a little bit of an idea from here before you even go and click on something. You've also got the address there. And just say you did go and click on one of these pages and you wanted to find out more information about them, then you'll see for the first one, Acupuncture Brisbane, doesn't look that great because they don't have their logo in there, they don't have like a specific image of their business. They've got some photos, but they may not have just not been aware of how you can actually go in here and set up these images to make it look a bit more professional. Then you've got the clinic that was coming up as letter B, TLC Acupuncture Clinic, and you see they've got their logo in there, they've got an awesome picture. Like, none of these are my clients, this was just a random search that I did. They've also got reviews, and so that looks a lot better. And then you've got, this one was in C, so looks like you've got the person who runs the clinic, and then we've got a picture here of the Brisbane Lions, so I'm not sure what that's about. Maybe they work for the Brisbane Lions, or maybe they're just really into the Brisbane Lions. But as this is a Google Plus business page, you're probably better off putting information there about your business, because this could actually attract people or turn people off, and that might be a good thing anyway. So just be aware of what you're putting on here from a business perspective. If we go back to the Acupuncture Brisbane page and just say we were doing a search for acupuncture clinics in Brisbane and we were in Google Maps, for instance, then you'll see that an ad comes up first, and then you've got the same clinics that are coming up, and you've got all the locations for these clinics. So if you don't have, in the past, there was other ways to create Google Maps listings, and those have all been transferred across to Google Plus now. Sometimes you'll find a Google Maps listing that's kind of hanging out there that's not been claimed yet, but in most cases they've been claimed by the owner's Google Plus page. And now if you're wanting to list yourself on Google Maps, the only way to do it now is to create a Google Plus page with your address on it. So it's very powerful from many perspectives to have a Google Plus business page. And so what we're going to do now is go through how to set one of those up. So firstly, you would go to Google, search for Google Plus, and then we'll go in there, and then it will automatically choose, say, whatever Gmail account that you had open. So you want to make sure that the Gmail account that you're going to set up the business page on is the one that you actually want it set up on. So you have the option here of going down here and signing in with a different account, but it's a good idea to just sign out of all of the accounts to start with, because when you're trying to work with Google Plus business pages, it can get quite confusing if you're logged into multiple accounts. So if you haven't done it before, I would definitely sign out of all your Google accounts. Make sure you know what the passwords are, and then sign into the account that you actually want to create the page on. So then it might actually ask you to verify. And there's a range of different pages that might come up here. Depending on if you've actually set up your personal page, then it might actually try and get you to set up the personal page first and say, do you want some friends, all that kind of thing. But So if it does do that, then just go through with that. Otherwise, what should come up is this, because it's your personal page that you would be logged in to start with. And then over here on the left-hand side, you've got the ability to go down to where your pages are. So you might have a page in there, you might not. And so in this case, I've got one page in there already, which I don't use, but it was just, just sort of set up as an example. So if you want to, sorry, I'll go back. If you want to set up like a new business page, then you can go and get your page. Now you might find that you already have a business page out there, but this will certainly help to claim that if you already do. So you've got three options here. You used to only have one option, but now you can have the option of being a storefront. So this is something where you actually have a physical address that people would come to in order to use your business. Then you might be somebody who has a service area. You might be someone who provides a service to a certain locality, or it might be to the whole of the country. And then you might be more of a brand. So most of my businesses are either a storefront or a service area. So we'll have a look at the service area to start with. And then it will ask to try and find your business. So just say we make up a business, which might be called Green Thumb Organics. Now it's telling me that actually already exists in the US, but just say I'm in Australia, so none of those are my businesses. So then it was saying none of these match, and if one of them did match, then you have the option to go through and try and claim that business page. In some cases, because if you try and claim a business page, you will need to be able to receive a postcard at that address, then it may well be that it's better to just start again with a new one and try and get the old one deleted, because if you can't claim the address that it's at, then it could take weeks and weeks before, because it takes about 2 weeks to get the postcard, so it could take weeks before you even realize that you're not going to be able to claim it. So we're going to say, okay, I'm going to add this business. And so then it gives me the options here to go and put in my business name, the country, the street address, and all that information. And then I'm putting in here that I deliver goods and services to my customers at their location. And then I would continue on to create that page. So just say, I'll just go fill that in now. Okay, so I've put in a random address. I found Smith Street in Victoria. And so the thing that's quite important here is going to be the category. So, because this is one of the things that can help with SEO. So it doesn't actually give you that very many options. And so we've said that we're a service area, and just say we're somebody who does organic food delivery, but all it's giving us is the option of being an organic restaurant or a shop. I'll just double check. So then what we might do is just say we do delivery. We might have a look and see. So even though it doesn't say organic in it, we may be better off putting ourselves as a grocery delivery service. And so I haven't put in the postcode and the phone number. We'll just see what happens. Okay, so you can't leave that empty. Okay, I'll come back in a minute. Okay, so I just found the postcode. Now, I don't even know what numbers in Melbourne, Victoria are like, so we might just, it's always going to be better to put your local number if possible, particularly if you want to promote your business in your state or area. So put the 02, the 07, the 03 or whatever it is. If you're a business that wants to service like the whole of Australia and you have a 0300 number, then that may be something that you use instead. Okay, and then we're going to continue. And then we get to say, my business delivers goods and services to customers within what kind of area. So you could actually add all the cities and postcodes individually, or you could go in and say it's within 500 kilometres of my business. And then you've also got the option of saying if you serve customers at your business address. Okay, so then you would come to this section where you tick that you're authorized to manage this business and agree to the terms of service, and then you can continue. Now we're just going to delete this anyway because obviously it's not one that really exists. And until we get the postcard verification, it's not something that's going to show up anyway. Okay, so this is a bit that's really important. Now, sometimes it will give you the option to verify by phone number. If you can do that, then go ahead and do it because that's going to obviously be much faster. It's instant. If it doesn't give you that option, then what you want to do is click this here. So it's mail me your verification code, because if you don't get that, then this listing will never appear. So you have to get this verification code, and you have to be able to verify that this is a business of yours. We're going to continue and verify later because obviously it's not a real business. But see how, so it gives you a tour as well, which is great. But see how it's got up here, your edits won't show up on Google unless you verify your business. So unless you get that postcard sent to you, or if you get the option of having being able to do it by phone, then that's awesome. So then you get the option to come in and edit this. So see how it's got like an image there? So you can click on that from here and directly change that profile photo, which I would definitely recommend doing. You can also add other photos. If we go into this edit button, and you don't get, there's not a lot of things that you can add in here. So you want to add as much as you possibly can. So at the moment, it's saying that there's a problem with this data, and so therefore it's not actually letting me going in and updating these. But normally I would be able to go in and click on here, put in my website, put in my hours of operation, and put in like what they call an introduction. So ultimately what you want with an introduction is something that has a whole lot of information about your business. Let's go over to my other page that's on this account so I can show you, because I'm pretty sure that other page is not it was set up like as a brand rather than as a business. So I'll just show you how you can edit that. Yeah, so this one actually, because it doesn't have the address there, the page comes up like this, so it looks slightly different. So if you want to edit the information, then you need to actually come down into here to edit it, where you can put your phone number, mobile, email, address in there, and then you can put links to your website there. So we'll just go back to this other page because I want to show you something else. Okay, so right, so at this point, what we're looking at is the Green Thumb Organics page that we just created, and you've got the ability to go in here and edit this information, okay? But that's not the only thing that you can do, because if you click over here on the left, and then it gets the drop down, what we want to actually go to is the Google Plus page for this business. So now you're seeing what that other client potentially didn't realize, that they could actually get in and they can change the cover photo. Now it gives you some standard options, or you can upload your own photo here. At least if you changed it to one of these other options, it's not the standard page. So I could say, okay, well look, that's not too bad, and I can even change what I'm showing in that. So worst case scenario, it's, well, that's probably not worst case scenario, but at least if you use an image that they've got in there, you can see how much better it looks than just the generic standard page. And then it gives me the option to potentially edit. It says edit business information here, and that will then take me back to this page again. Okay. So if you have any problems or issues with setting up your Google Plus business page, please let me know. I'm more than happy to answer questions or to do further videos that show specific things that that someone might be struggling with. But the general thing is that you up here you can toggle between your personal page and your business page. So now I'm on my personal page and I'm in my pages section. I can decide that I want to go into that particular page. I can decide that I want to go into my Google My Business section, Google Plus page, or Google My Business. So it can be a little bit confusing if you've never been in there before, but pretty much just keep pressing on buttons until you get to where you want to be. And that's why it's better to just be logged into the actual account that you want to be in, because otherwise it can get really confusing if you have multiple Gmail accounts that are open at the same time. Okay, hope that was useful, and I'm going to do another video on how to set up managers for your Google Plus page as well.